We start in Rice Lake, where the Superior Hiking Trail Association has opened a new trailhead. The brand new 6-car trailhead is located at Lismore Road. After land ownership change forced the old trailhead to close, this replacement spot was chosen in 2020. It's located about 7 miles north of Martin Road Trailhead and 7 miles south of the Normanna Road Trailhead. The location is also a part of the SHTA's goal to provide trail access every 3 to 10 miles. And next we head to Ely, where the Prospector Loop ATV trail system has announced the date of their Pink Ribbon ATV ride. The ride will start at the Ely Trailhead and head to Babbitt for lunch, then over to the Greg Mosher Shelter before returning to Ely. The suggested donation is $25, and all money raised will be donated to the Pink Ribbon Riders. Lunch will be provided, and raffles will be held during that time. The Pink Ribbon Ride is Saturday, August 19th, and we'll have registration details on our website. And we wrap up in Duluth with a chance to enjoy the butterflies next weekend. The Duluth Monarch Buddies are hosting their annual Monarch Waystation Garden Tour on Saturday, August 5th. Waystations are gardens featuring milkweed, nectar, and other pollinator plants needed for the growth of monarch butterflies. Attendees can pick up a tour brochure at Coppertop Church between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. The tour cost is $20, which supports the group's mission of conservation and planting projects. The Waystations will be open from 10 to 2, and you can visit them in any order. And as always, if you or someone you know is part of a local trail club or alliance, send us a report to trailbytrail@northernnewsnow.com, and it might be featured as we take you around the Northland trail by trail.